the county and city of Delphi have not entered into an interlocal agreement concerning the transferred road prior to July 1, 2023. So in other words, if there's no interlocal agreement, and there can't be an agreement unless you agree to it, then this can be terminated by the county, this obligation, this whole agreement.
Then they continue on with what they already have planned without the raise,
Yeah.
the
Right.
time on the extra line.
Right.
Okay. So now we just put the pressure on the city of Delphi.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because it would be difficult, just to be clear, when we talked about the design of the current bridge versus what we consider the future bridge, it would not be conducive to come back and add a tunnel afterwards.
right.
So this is kind of a one-time shot at the tunnel, and the city is aware of that.
I think they probably have to have special meetings, I bet.
Well, how does your script writing here fit into this?
It goes into,
Yeah, I know where it fits into, but how do, I mean, we're gonna be signing this here, I imagine.
correct,
But that isn't in this.
Your motion will be to authorize to approve the agreement, would be to approve the agreement with the inclusion of this clause and, and receipt of a substituted page for, that document, for this document.
And that means if we were to try to run forward with an agreement that didn't have that clause in it, technically it's not truly your authority given to that version. And so that would be a legal issue between us and it wouldn't be enforceable.
Yeah, so your motion would be to approve the agreement with the inclusion of the clause and then ask the auditor to put that clause verbatim in the minutes of the meeting and not just necessarily refer to the separate document, provided that the agreement, the state will send you provided that this clause is included in the agreement.
So I would entertain a motion if you want to move ahead on this.
Yeah, Mr. Warren, you happy with that?
Would this clause be in the minutes,
This will be in the minutes.
attached to the minutes?
Yes, I'll ask the auditor.
I can type in, where you say emotion, then I can say this is included. I didn't get some of that recorded, that what you were saying, though. I mean, should there be something on there?
Oh, no, not what I said, it just needs to
No,
be.
I meant, it's not on the recording, we didn't have it on.
Oh,
Oh, for the insert and all that?
So I think just the motion and then reading this would be okay.
well, they would need to approve, they need to approve the, transfer memorandum agreement with NDOT with the inclusion of the following clause. Addition of the following clause to paragraph 1.4.
You can write out that motion.
Sure, yeah.
I think I know, but I just gotta be sure.
Motion to approve the road and bridge transfer memorandum agreement with NDOT for Old State Road 25, provided that the document be amended to include the following clause, in addition to paragraph 1.4.
Okay.
So, I think we're understanding. So if we agree to all this, and they, Delphi, the city of Delphi doesn't come through, then we agree to all this,
Yes.
is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, maybe you can repeat the question, so I.
Well, if the city of Delphi doesn't come through, this, We do not assume,
You can terminate the
You
agreement.
have the right
You
to
ever
terminate.
take an act to
That's the whole
terminate?
agreement, we can terminate.
Yeah.
You
have
can
the
terminate,
option to do
yes.
so.
and basically, what, like I said earlier, we're putting the pressure on Delphi to come up with that before the first.
So we would need to mark our calendars for the June 19th meeting. That would be your last regular meeting prior to the effective date of this agreement. That probably needs to go on the agenda, this document. So if it hasn't been done by then, you would either do the termination on June the 19th, unless you have a special meeting. That would be your last regular meeting to take action. Otherwise, it goes into effect. I think you have to take the affirmative act to actually terminate the agreement.
Yes, you would have to take the affirmative action terminating agreement. But in the meantime, this will allow us to begin the process on our end of getting our signatures, so that, if you do get your agreement with the city of Delphi before July first, we can go forward and we can make the payment and do the transfer. Because it gives us a significant period of time to get the rest of the signatures we need too.
And those are the signatures I highlighted when I went through, where it goes to state budget agency, it goes to the Department of Administration, the Attorney General's office.
Yeah. So this allows everything to keep on path.
So, Deborah, could you repeat what you said?
Okay, I'm gonna write it out.
That June 19th is the last date to terminate.
It has to be terminated before July first, so I think Levy said that
Well,
you
that's
could
our
do a
commission,
special
yeah.
meeting potentially, but
I meant, main thing was to terminate.
Well, actually, July first is a Saturday, so that's till third.
Not in their world. not in
June
their world.
30th.
June thirtieth.
June 30th.
They can do it.
yeah.
Oh, you go backwards.
Yeah.
But this
Okay.
isn't a court or a trial sort of timeline.
Okay.
Yeah, those rules don't apply for doing the next day.
Okay.
I just meant that's the last meeting date that they can do the term.
Yeah.
We should have something by the 19th from the city, I would think. To me, if they wanted that, they wanted the tunnel, the city wanted the tunnel,
Yeah.
and they wanted the extra walkway. I understand why they want it for the safety, but
Why do you do it? I think the county's got the responsibility.
I mean, that road actually serves the city of Delphi a lot. Without that road, the city of Delphi doesn't.
And there's outside of county. It's tricky.
The motion would be to authorize the execution of the road and bridge transfer memorandum of understanding with NDOT concerning Old State Road 25 with the amendment of paragraph 1.4 by the addition of the following clause. And then that clause. You want to read it again?
No, I did what you had said. That was.
Is that accurate?
Okay. So, if, like I say, just your department, if city doesn't come through, then it'll go back as planned. We have the option.
If you and the city don't enter into an agreement, and then at that point, you guys have the right, if you choose to exercise it, to terminate this.
I thought we said something different with all that, but, okay.
It doesn't mean that it would go back to Plan B though, does it?
No, we have to come back and work out a new agreement if there's something else that you,
It
yeah,
would be go,
it's just,
it would be gone.
Yeah.
The agreement. Right. Yeah.
you
This
have to,
whole thing would be gone, we could
Yeah.
do the whole thing.
Right. Is that
Clear,
clear?
make some minor changes in it or whatever.
Is that, am I correct?
yeah, that you have the right, yes, you have to exercise it, but you have the right to terminate it, but then it basically, there would be no agreement in place. You'd be starting from ground zero.
Yeah, and then frankly, at that point, I mean, just to be blunt, the opportunity will probably be lost because of the needs for our
Well,
project and our.
our understanding is we don't want the tunnel.
Yeah, understood, and as you said, that's sort of between you and the city, but, yeah, just making sure we're clear on, you know, what the future will look like.
Like I said, if it could fall in the city, how bad they want that tunnel and the extra walkway.
Yeah,
Cause that business comes to Delphi.
understood. Yeah. I know it's a priority for the city, I know it is.
Okay, we're ready to do the motion?
I'll let you go.
Well, I'll immediately accept, or endorse transfer memorandum agreement with, NDOT, provision of that addition of the 1.4, stated as written. Did you read it?
Does it need to read it?
No.
Yeah. He ought to have been a doctor.
You just make it up.
Takes too long.
If I would've wrote it,
My
you
fault.
definitely would've.
Alright, I'll second your motion.
Okay, so I got a motion and a second that we're going to ratify the, road and bridge transfer memorandum of agreement between, NDOT and Carroll County, Indiana concerning the transfer of a portion of Old Road, State Road 25 in Carroll County, right?
Oh, and you also need to, in your motion, fix your name,
Yeah.
misspelling your name.
I'm gonna spell, so. Yeah, I'll include with the, correction of spelling the last name.
Okay, so I would call for a vote. All in favor of that motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We can start passing.
So this is, we didn't put this in that motion, so was there a motion to approve this?
Yeah, that's what they were doing, yes.
So include that in the motion?
Yeah, yes,
I had added that to, it was in my motion. to include
He
it.
just didn't read it.
I didn't read it. I said to include this. 1.4. And I asked him if I need to read it, and he said, no. So I'm willing to read it if you want to read it.
You need a red for the,
Well, that's what I was trying to say earlier, is when he stated it, it wasn't on the record, so I'm kind of like,
Okay.
I can read it if you want me to. Put a comma in, provided that the county shall have the right to terminate this agreement if the county and city of Delphi have not entered into an interlocal agreement concerning the transfer road prior to July 1st, 2023. You're right, it is slow. Hard to read.
I tried to read it about all 3 times. So yeah, please include that. It'll be attached.
Yeah,
it'll be reprocessed. It'll be reprocessed, yeah, yeah.
that one's,
That's the best of my name on it.
I'd kind of like to have a copy, but I don't,
I
I think- Yeah.
I just kinda scribbled.
Can I correct
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Did you put your provision on here, on your pages?
There is one other thing that I talked to Adam about before the meeting, is, it lists as the notification person, highway department, and it named, Kent Schumacher, and the highway department address. Does the board want that notification to go to the auditor instead?
Yes.
I can add that.
Okay, it's, to Carroll County Auditor, 101 West Main Street, Delphi, Indiana, 46293.
Get a motion on that?
469.
If you want to go ahead,
466.
that's a good idea.
It's 46923.
I'll move that we,
Did I give you a wrong that?
Yeah, you said 46293.
469?
It didn't really sound right, so I just
Okay,
said
sorry about that.
46923.
You seconding that?
Yep.
Okay. All in favor of that motion, please say aye. Aye.
and this is, that's
You get this one signed?
Does that help you guys out a little bit? I know we threw a monkey wrench in there, but
It's a big step in the right direction.
I know that this was done at you, but Lauren and I were ready to do this 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're getting a new bridge this time.
After you said it, you know.
Well, I
it
didn't know
It's
what.
new bridges.
It didn't say
It's a little
into,
better.
14, 15 years ago, that wasn't the
Yeah.
case.
And then,
We need to adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Thank you.
thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you.
Gentlemen, have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.